Excuse the stickers, Sophie sticks them all around the house and all around my living room. Today I thought I would share with you my Royal Readathon Sidekick Edition TBR. I already have a TBR for August. It's Scrabble and Sister, so if you want to watch that, I'll link it below. But I also want to take part in the Royal Readathon Sidekicks Edition, and it means I've got more choices for August. I doubt I'll get through them all, but it's nice to have choice, especially when I'm a mood reader. So the first prompt for the Royal Readathon Sidekicks Edition is Olaf. Sorry, I'm reading my notes. Read a book under 300 pages, and so I have decided to go for Morality for Beautiful Girls by Alexander McCall Smith. I read Tears for the Giraffe, which is the second one, last month when I did Scrabble and TBR Trail, and Kim picked a prompt for me during her game, which is to read a book set in Africa, and these are set in Africa. This is the third one. It's basically about a lady called Madame Ramotswe, and she runs a ladies' detective agency, and so she's solving all the crimes in Africa. So yeah, that is under 300 pages. It is 232, so that fits. Next is Mushu, Read a Book with a Dragon. I didn't know that Wondersmith, which is the second in the Nevermore series, had a dragon in it until Becca mentioned it in one of her videos. So I am going to read Wondersmith. I've got it on audiobook through Audible. So yeah, excited to carry on with that series. The next one I'm kind of stretching is Sebastian, Read a Book with Music. I don't have any books containing music, I don't know if I checked these ones, but it doesn't look like I have. However, I've got one with a music title, Fairy Tale of New York. That's a pretty famous Christmas song, so I will check with Becca, but I'm hoping she'll say I can stretch it and go with this, because that is a song title, and this is a Book Fairies book that Andy and Sophie found in a park for me one time, and I still haven't read it, and I've had it for ages, so I need to get around to this. I don't mind reading a Christmas book in this heat of August, so yeah, I'm going to read that one. Next is Gus Gus, Read a Cheesy Book, and I thought Mary Poppins is quite cheesy, isn't it? I recently acquired Practically Perfect Life Lessons from Mary Poppins by Casey Brand. I recently, well, I say recently, it was probably 6 months ago now plus, read the I Carried a Watermelon by Casey Brand, which is talking about how much she loves The Sound of Music and talking about behind the scenes stuff. And to be honest, I'd heard most of it anyway, behind the scenes stuff. This is a similar thing, I think, but for Mary Poppins. And you know, Mary Poppins is quite cheesy, isn't it? So I'm going with that. I think I got this for like something like £4.50 on Amazon. It had gone down in price, and I thought I love Mary Poppins, so I think that'll be quite cheesy. So I'm going with that. And that's a non-fiction. Next, I am going with Chip, a middle grade or children's book. And me and Becca in August are buddy reading The Great Brain Robbery, which is the second book in the A Train to Impossible Places adventure by P.G. Bell. So carry on with Susie, helping out with the Impossible Postal Express. Really looking forward to it, and it's really nice that me and Becca will be buddy reading it, as she is the host of the Royal Readathon Sidekicks Edition along with her friend Liv. Then we have got Hey Hey, a book with comedy. What did I put? Oh, this is a comedic title. I could imagine that it could be quite funny in parts as well as serious in parts, so I'm going with it. No One Ever Has Sex on a Tuesday by Tracy Bloom. It's a funny, so just say it there, a funny romantic comedy novel. Childhood sweethearts Matthew and Katie agree they must never see each other again after they end up in bed together following a school reunion. So all is forgotten until 8 months later, when a shock meeting at an antenatal class forces them to confront the fact that Matthew may or may not be the father of Katie's baby. Love and life are about to get messy for Katie, Matthew and their other halves. How funny will that be? So I'm going with that. Next is Pascal, a book with a colourful front cover. I've wanted to read this one for ages. I love Meryl Streep. This is called the Meryl Streep Movie Club. Mia March, 9 movies, 4 women, 1 life-changing summer. I'm assuming they just watched Meryl Streep movies. I'm here all day for this. That cover is very colourful. It's very summery. I'm going with that. Next is Abu, read a book with greed. I am also doing a buddy read with Jessica from Lady Lovestead in August, and we are reading The Witch's Boy by Kelly Barnhill, and this at one point says, it is unruly magic that only she can tame until the day the Bandit King comes to steal the magic. That's greedy, isn't it, if he's trying to steal it? So yeah, going with that one. It's a middle grade about magic, that's all I know. So I'm going with that. Next is Ray, a book with death. Becca is also doing a scythe along with Ashley and I can't remember the name of the other girl, but I'll link below the announcement video. The 3 of them are doing a scythe along. I've wanted to read this, but I've been putting it off because I think it might freak me out a bit because it's about death. As soon as we got a prompt about death, I'm going with Scythe by Neil Schusterman. Again, it fits quite well because Becca is the host of this readathon and she's also the host of the Scythe Along. So what better way to read a book that might freak you out a bit by reading it alongside others and having that support. So I'm going to be reading Scythe by Neil Schusterman for the death prompt. And finally, Pegasus, a book with mythology. I haven't got any books with mythology in. However, I am up to the 3rd book by Maz Evans of the Who Let the Gods Out series. You know, the book, it's like a middle grade and they've got really lovely bright front covers. I think this one's going to be the green front cover. A red, orange, red, blue. Yeah, I think it's green. And it's called Beyond the Odyssey, and it's basically a middle grade where it's about a young boy who is kind of in a team with a lot of Greek gods, and so that definitely fits for mythology. I think Pegasus is actually in it. The horse is actually in it, flying horse. So yeah, so they are all my books. I will see if I can pick them up for you, bear with me, but these aren't obviously included. The 2 that I'll be reading, one was Audible, wasn't it, and one I'm going to have to read through BorderBox on my library app. So yeah, there's them, plus the 12, is it? 10 or 12 that I'm already reading for Scrabble and Sister. But it means I've got loads of choice, and if I don't get through any of them, I'm not going to be hard on myself. The main ones I want to get through are the 2 buddy reads with Becca and Jessica, and I also kind of want to see how I get on with Scythe. And then after that, anything goes. I know my sister's not going to be really disappointed with me if I don't read her books, so we'll just see. I also want to get round to, and I've not included that in this, I now know that the Eurovisionathon book club book for August is, and Germany, is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've never read a V.E. Schwab book, so I'm excited. If you want to join in, I will link the Discord. Well, get in touch with me and I'll add you to the Discord. Yeah, and check out the Eurovisionathon Twitter, because next month, which will be September, will be Switzerland, and you're welcome to include an option for us to choose from and see if we pick it for September. So thank you for listening, and I will speak soon. Bye.